I'm not sure who's gonna join this, but I mean, whoever does, does. It's fine. But I don't know. I felt something call to me to to do this live stream. I was gonna do it in a video form, but this feels a lot more intimate. It feels more personal, more connected. I've always felt it. I've always felt that way about YouTube live streaming, especially when my channel used to flood with comments and shit on the live stream and everything when the channel was actually doing really well. Now I'm doing all this narrative based stuff and yeah. What's up, Robert? How you doing, brother? But yeah, no, I kind of wanted to come on here and um basically just kind of spread some messages if it's cool with you guys. Just kind of want to talk to you guys about some stuff and kind of where my head's been at lately. And don't worry, our actual live season two is still happening. That hasn't changed. We're still in mid production in that. We're still working on it. We actually just got episode one fully finished. I'm right. How about you? I'm good. I'm all right. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it. So whether people want to stick around for this live stream or not, either way, the bot is going to be up so that they can come back and watch it whenever they want to. But like I said before, I thought about doing this as a video, but I figured doing it live would be better. So that way, if you guys decided you wanted to join in and tell your own stories after listening to what I just said, that's completely fine. This is a safe place, and I want to make sure that everyone feels invited and everyone feels comfortable around this and everything. But basically just to kind of give a very concise, very brief thing here. I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in helping people. I believe in caring about people, even if they do fuck up on the most grandest of scales. I still make an effort to be there for them no matter what. And I've always kind of pushed that as General Diamond as well when I was playing that character. Every story related thing I've ever done was always to try to encourage everybody to, do good in life and help other people. I mean, hence why we always did those supportive live streams where we would go to other people's live streams that were smaller than us, and we would try to flood their comments, make their day a lot better. Help them feel seen, that kind of thing. I always loved doing that. But you're not the same. What? Yeah, no, I'm not General Diamond. I'm not Brian Redpool, not Minecraft 2014. I'm me. I'm the director. I am I'm just I'm the man behind the usernames. I'm the man behind the characters. I'm the writer. I'm the director. I'm the overseer of all that is with everything that has to do with the story. But that's aside from all this stuff. I'm not trying. I'm not. Thing is, I'm not here right now to support or try to acknowledge that the story exists. This has nothing to do with that. This is an entirely different entity. Um, I appreciate the support with my projects and everything, but this is something entirely separate from all of that. Basically, I wanted to come on here on live stream just to kind of talk about some life stuff and basically just kind of spread the word about things. Not nothing biblical. Just whenever I got this itch that I got something telling me like there is a lesson that you've just learned and you need to disseminate it. You need to share it with everyone. You need to make sure everyone listens to this, understands it, and moves on with this advice. That's why I'm doing this. Um, because with as spiritual as I am, that's kind of where I'm at. So here we go. If there at any point in your life there's anything that comes into your life and shows you exactly what you've been looking for in a person or in a situation or in whatever capacity that you feel needs to be filled in your life, whatever kind of void you got going on, whether you're missing someone, whether you want a relationship, whether you are struggling to find good friends, whatever your struggle is, even if it's not those, whatever your struggle is, and if something comes into your life that fills that for you and then leaves, it was only there to show you what it felt like or what it would feel like to be in that position that you wanted it to be in. A lot of situations act like seasons. They're there only to show you what you're going to experience later on in your life. Because when you get to a point when you are so desperate to feel what you're trying to feel and you can't seem to find fucking get it at all, and eventually it makes its way into your life. For that moment, it's only temporary. It makes itself feel like it's supposed to be there forever because it wants to make you feel what you want to feel, but it's only there to show you what you're going to have later on. That's why it doesn't stay there. Love might be unconditional, especially with your family or your friends or relationships, but also notice that friendships and relationships don't always stick around. They're not always permanent because the ones that are meant to be there for that time are only there to show you the parts that you are wanting to experience in basically every relationship you've been in, if you've been in multiple, they're only there to show you the parts that you are trying to educate yourself on, but you don't know how to feel because you've never been in that position. But it's there to show you what that's like so that you can have that in you and so that you know what to look for later and you know how to feel for that later so that you're not a virgin to it, if you understand what I'm saying there. You know, things happen in life for a reason, and they will come and they will go, whether you want it to go or not, no matter how much you fight for it. It and if you fight too much for it, the more it pulls away, the more you try to pull it back, the more it will pull even further away. And you keep pulling it back, it keeps going further, pull it back even more. Eventually, that shit's gonna yank you with it. You're gonna fall flat on your face because all those times where it tried to pull away from you, it was already time for that thing to leave, but you grew such an attachment to it that you tried to yank it back because you weren't ready for it to leave because you were addicted to how good that felt to have. And you never experienced that kind of thing before, and you wanted it to stay. Even though it's going to happen later in your life, that thing was supposed to leave no matter how much you try. And if you keep resisting it, you're only going to feel worse than you already do in that situation where you're about to lose it. It's better to lose things in the beginning than it is in the long run. Because if you try and try and try and eventually that shit pulls you enough, you're going to fall flatter on your face than you would have if you would just let the leash go in the beginning. It's bittersweet, yes, but you got to learn to let it go because something else will take its place that is better, and eventually down the line that thing that you love and you're so scared of losing because you've already gone through all that trying to keep what was only temporary with you, it will eventually stick around with you, and it will listen to your trauma, it will listen to your losses, it will be there by your side, and it will never let you go. That's how you know it's there permanently. You can go through the worst shit. You guys can split up, but then when it comes right back to you with open arms, it gives you a tight embrace. That's how you know it's there for real. Like the saying, "Be careful who you hang around. Be careful who you hang out with, Your friends are your friends only for the benefits. Once that point of interest is gone, they're gone. Exactly. What's up, Ariella? How you doing? But yeah, basically, recently I just had to let someone go. I mean, they broke up with me, but I had to let them go because they were on a dark path, and I kept trying to pull back and pull it back and pull it back. But every time I did that, I got further tugged along. Like I was almost tripping on the way there. And once you're at that point, you should already know that if you keep trying to tug it back to you and it keeps yanking you harder and harder each time, you're going to eventually fall on your face. This time, because of my past experiences with my other relationships, this one I had to let go because I knew that if I tried one more time, it's going to land me flat on my face. So today, I let the leash go. And I mean today, I let the leash go because I knew that it was time to let it go. So much has been going on lately. My 18-year-old dog passed away. Oh shit! That's fucking dark. I'm sorry, Ariella. Are you okay? Oh my god, I'm here for you. That took a very dark turn. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh. Holy fuck! That's not a haha laugh. That's like, holy fuck, that was unexpected kind of laugh. I'm very sorry. Are you okay? How's your family doing? I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm here for you. Holy shit. Ugh. Not only her, but my aunt's boyfriend died as well. Oh my fucking god. Well, I don't know how you felt about him, but I'm very sorry for your aunt as well, and you going through all the stuff you're going through. I'm very sorry. Yeah, right. 18 years old for that dog. That's a long ass fucking time. That dog held on to it like a goddamn trooper. Salute to that shit. That's a good dog. I'm not a fan of cucumber Gatorade. Yeah. Ugh. Anyway, but yeah, as much as it sucks, she's also gone. Died like 2 years ago. Oh shit! And yeah, Oreo has been around since I was 4. Fuck! How old are you now? 18, 19, 20, 21. So wait, you're about like 22 right now, right? You can date your dog. Whoa, whoa! You can date your dog. LOL. JK. JK. Sorry, I'm Robert, and I make jokes in intense situations. You can. Oh my god, that took a very weird ass turn. Holy shit! 23. Okay, so I was pretty close. Oh my god, Robert. Goddamn. Fuck. So okay, I'm assuming the dog was about a year old before you got it then. If the math is mathing. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys what exactly happened because it's not public information and it should not be public information, so I'm not gonna let it be. Um, it's not funny, Robert. I wanted to commit suicide at one point, so don't even. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Robert, tread on very thin ice here. Just tread lightly. Ariella, you have my full condolences. You have Robert's full condolences. I'm very sorry that that happened to you. We're here for you. We're not trying to make jokes out of shit. Just want to let you know you're in a safe place here. I would hug you if I could. I'm very sorry that that happened to you. Shit. You're welcome. I hope that you and your family find a way to cope. And it's unfortunate that you lost somebody. Yeah, it sucks, but you got a support system right here. But yeah, like I was saying, the public information shit. I'm not gonna make any of this shit public. I'm just gonna say I feel very guilty for what happened recently, and even though I did try really fucking hard to save the situation as much as I possibly could, it wasn't me. And normally, I will take accountability for everything that I've done, but this part actually was not my fault. Something happened where someone got people involved, and that was not at all what I was trying to do. I was trying to get the person to a safe place so they can rest. I was trying to get them completely safe and everything, because if they went and did shit on their own, they would have ended up in way worse hands. So I tried to help them as much as I could, and then somebody else took the matters way fucking further. And that was not at all what I was trying to do. But I feel like because even though I see that's the thing with good intent, you can have great intent. You can be trying to help someone in the best way possible, try to help them and shit, and it still blows up in your face. And that's the part that sucks. Because then, like I mentioned earlier, no matter how much you tug, you still lose it. It sucks, but it's the way it has to be. But life goes on. The planet continues to rotate. We still go around the sun. Night and day still exists. People are still out walking their dogs, going exercising. Traffic still rolls around. People still show up to work. Plants continue to grow and give us oxygen and shit. Everything still rolls. Just because something in our life stops, life keeps going on around us. And that's the part that people need to understand. And I get, in certain situations, it's not easy to accept. It feels like your whole world is crashing around you and everything is coming to a halt. But when you look around you, everything continues because that's the way of life. That's the cycle of life. That's the cycle of society. That's the cycle of everything. Life goes on, and there's nothing we can do about it except for flow with it and continue. Because what is death? What is loss, actually? What is loss if not for love persevering? What is guilt if not for you realizing your own fuck ups and taking accountability, if not trying to do something to mitigate it and make it better and fix it? What are mistakes if not for something that's trying to teach us to do better the next time? You know, what are difficult times if not for trying to teach us how to grow? What are struggles if not to be there to teach us how to grow more resilient and grow thicker skin to get through shit? Everything happens for a reason. It may not always be planned, but shit happens and you gotta learn to roll with it. Otherwise, you're gonna get steamrolled with it. With the time wasteful, I'm a substitute. In April will be 2 years. And sometimes I feel like I'm just wasted my time because I just get pushed aside and not that many job options. But then the other day, I got a birthday card from a student, and I'm like, maybe I should keep going. There you go. Because, see, as there are signs that you are like, as signs pop up when you are feeling like that, like how there's nothing that that would permit you to keep going, nothing to keep you kicking in gear and shit, and saving you from yourself. When there is shit that constantly feels like it's trying to bring you down, discouraging shit, there are little signs like that birthday card, that are little reminders that, hey, you might be going through this, but life still keeps going on. So should you. The adults, uh, I'm not sure what FN means. The adults hate me. Mostly my boss. She's a bitch. But the students are amazing. I just got to the high school and it's so much better now. See, there you go. But yeah, always remember, guys. No matter how much, and see, okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but what I'm gonna say, and this is not to promote my shit. I'm just simply saying that after Our Actual Life season 2 is finished, it's 4 episodes. Episode one's already done. It's not out yet because I'm not going to release that shit until everything's finished. But after season 2 is finished, there's a movie that we're working on, and it almost freaks me out in a little way. Um, there is something about what am I trying to say? Sorry, I'm getting text messages at the same time. But there is something about my life that where I do something and then the aftermath and the result and shit happens, I get I get reminded to go and watch one of my previous projects, and I really pay attention to what is being said by the characters and what the situation is and the whole concept of it all, and it mirrors what I'm going through. Like, essentially, I write shit and I produce shit and I make all these series, and then later on, something that is very mirrored to it happens, and then I get called back to go watch that shit and be like, I just predicted what my future is gonna be. I'm scared shitless for the movie. Because this movie is essentially the end game, like Avengers Endgame to the whole fucking story, and I'm fucking terrified. I am very scared to make this movie because of what's gonna happen. I mean, some favorable things happen, mm, but the way things happen is freaking me the fuck out. Because if I've predicted everything that's happening in my life with my own projects thus far, I'm very scared for what for what this movie's gonna have. I'm very fucking scared, but I'm still gonna do it because I believe that it's gonna pass a good message on to you guys, and it's gonna help you guys with a lot of shit that's going on in your life. But I'm fucking terrified for my life. Ugh. And see, like the thing is, like it's not people like seeing my shit and then like causing shit to happen in my life. That's not the case at all. This is all natural shit that happens in my life that mirrors what my projects are reflecting. Like it's fucking weird. It's very unsettling. Yeah, but the students are amazing. I just got it's a school. So, oh, okay, I just read that. But yeah, it's terrifying. I'm fucking scared for my life with it, but I have to keep it going. The show must go on. I'm fucking God, dude. If anyone has any questions about the projects, I'll be happy to answer. But fuck, I'm I'm so scared. Oh, and I'll tell you right now, the devil's plan, the devil's execution, and the Purpose series, all three of those reflect how my relationship was with my dad and myself. My dad didn't exactly abandon us. He never really did. But some things happened in the past where we were split up for a bit due to some pretty poor decisions. Not going to say at all what they were because that's our own personal family business. But I'm just saying, like some things happened where, especially like my dad and I throughout my whole life, um, we, my dad and I never exactly really were on the same terms. Like we've always kind of clashed heads with a lot of shit. Did it have to deal with mirrors? No, that was just a concept that I put together to like tether worlds and shit. That was a whole sci-fi thing that I just kind of put together. Because I mean, like there are like if you were to think of it in like mythical kind of ways, the mirror shit was kind of like a mythical kind of like gateway to different worlds and shit. But at the same time, there were some things that did kind of correlate with like self-reflection and shit. Um, especially like if you really wanted to get like deep dig down with it, in a way, yes, the mirrors did kind of have their own little storyline in a way because like these characters, every time they looked in the mirror and snapped and shit, and they would disappear or whatever. They were not only going to a different world, different place, but they were also putting themselves in that situation, and then things just happened. Um, I thought it was some like trauma, like Batman afraid of bats. Nah, 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 nah. No, basically the whole Mirror Devil thing. Like I told you, like actually, yeah, see, like I was just telling you, the mirrors didn't exactly have a solid purpose, but I created a purpose with the Mirror Devil because the Mirror Devil, you like the son Krian always saw himself in the reflection of the mirror and decided to create his own father to fill the void of what he wished he had had with the creator, General Diamond, his original creator. But see, if you watched episode 2 of the Purpose series, episode 2 of the Purpose series is basically where Krian lays it all out, where he basically created the Mirror Devil to fill the void of what he wished he had as a father figure because he was abandoned by his own father, and he was hurt. He didn't exactly hate the creator, but he definitely held the grudge because he was very hurt that everyone else around him, all the other characters, got their own stories, but he was left out because he was a product of a an emotional episode that his creator had with his co-creator, which in the sense is kind of like having a mom and a dad that constantly got into arguments and fights and shit, which is like my life, constantly getting into fights and arguments, and then leading to separation and shit. Korean essentially had that part of his life and had that part of his story. And so, with that all said, basically, Korean lived the life of being in the background, always on the back burner, always being overshadowed, always being pushed away because he was never meant to actually be around. He was never meant to be created. So he was always pushed away because he wasn't the favorable child until later on in episode 4 of Purpose, Korean and General Diamond, his creator, eventually reconcile because Korean got therapy and basically joined the religion of spirituality, which is where Natural and Dr. Mimir actually came from. Was my inspiration from me being a spiritual person. I created Natural and Dr. Mimir as spirit guides. That is what they're supposed to symbolize, and so they were brought by the one in charge. You guys will learn who that is soon. They were brought by the one in charge to essentially teach Korean that if he holds these grudges and doesn't actually try to talk to his creator like his brother Evil Hood had tried to tell him in the Devil's Execution series, like instead of trying to attack the creator, why not talk to him and try it instead of seeking revenge? Just try to talk to him. And finally, in episode 4, they have the talk that they're supposed to have, and then that's when they realize that Korean and General Diamond have been living their story the entire time. Because if you remember, Korean, his whole thing was that he wanted a story for himself, but didn't realize that the two-parter Clones series that happened on the Diamond Films channel, the Regathered series that happened over on that channel, the Devil's Plan series, the the Devil's Execution, and the Purpose series, all four of those different series put together are Korean's story. So he was living his story the entire time, and that's when they came to that conclusion when they were writing it together. And that's why General Diamond and Korean are now reconciled as like a father and son kind of figure. And they had lived happily ever after that. I have to go now, but I'm glad I was able to see this for a while. Thanks for coming in, Ariella. I really appreciate you. Have a good one. And again, I'm very sorry for everything that happened. I hope you're able to cope, fine and all that. Don't be afraid to reach out. Very similar to me and my dad's situation. He was there, but he chose to drink and his hose. I'm sorry, I mean girlfriend over me. um, but yeah, I can see the father shape hole that needed to be filled in exactly. So see, I tell stories not exactly with the intent to reflect my own life, but that's the only thing that really comes across. And see, when I'm writing all this shit, I don't think about my own life. It just happens. I never draw any inspiration from my life to make these stories. It just flows from me. So, what's up, King Jack Streams? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Um, Glad you made it there safely. Enjoy your time in Vegas. You've earned it. Sorry, I have a friend that's going to Vegas right now. But yeah, I pretty much said everything I had to say here. If you guys have any questions about the projects or whatever, I'm more than happy to answer, especially about the stuff coming up very soon. Um, but I mean, basically everything that I needed to say is all in this live stream. So when I end the stream, it's gonna turn into a VOD, and then you guys can watch it if you want to afterwards. Just kind of get everything I'm saying. But yeah, it's pretty much it. Actually, one thing I did want to mention, I'm a little on the fence on right now, but I feel like it's better to just kind of say this now because it's kind of how I'm feeling. Essentially, when the series is over and the movie's over to conclude everything, that's when I might be completely stepping away from YouTube. I know I've said that plenty of times before, but that's only when I needed breaks. Give me a break on this one. But I think that's when I will fully stop doing YouTube altogether. I mean, if I post any videos, it's just going to be for fun shit. It won't be on this channel though. It'll probably be on a whole separate thing that's meaningless and shit. Which I won't really try to put much effort into. It's just going to be something to just shit post on. But once I'm done telling the story, I think that's when I'm going to eventually just end my time on YouTube because I would like to work on actual narrative projects, like movies and series. Um, because I would like to just work on like actual production shit that ends up in movie theaters, ends up on actual TV and like streaming services and all that. So once YouTube is done, once the series and movie are done, that's it. There will be nothing else coming from me on YouTube. but there'll be stuff coming from me on other platforms because I'm pushing to fucking do that shit. I'm working on editing the story the way it's supposed to be ended, and then I'm going to move on to bigger and better things. I'm still going to be producing things, still going to be filming and writing shit, but it won't be for YouTube. It won't be any. It won't be for any social media platform. It's going to be for actual platforms. It's like overlapping story and real life. So, yeah, exactly. Yes, yes. Sometimes I've learned this is psychology that people try to blend a fiction life to feel the real life pain. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. If you do, let me know. I will do, sir. Yes. But yeah, no. Essentially, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to oblige. When you do that other channel, let me know. I really like your personality. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I mean, it's not gonna be a consistent thing. I'm not trying to grow that channel at all. It's just to throw shit out there. It's nothing serious. I'm not looking to monetize that at all. It's just for shits and giggles, pretty much. I'm gonna treat that YouTube channel like how I would with just a Discord server. Is just throw shit in there. That's essentially it. Nothing serious at all. You never know. If shit happens from it, it happens. But that's not my intent. I'm just trying to do something and have fun. But I'm working on this project first, getting that shit squared away. But yeah, you're getting the full me here. You're getting the director, the writer, the producer, the filmmaker. You're getting the out of character me right now, and that's what I really wanted. That's what I feel like you guys all needed. It's been a while since I've posted anything, especially an episode to a series. So, and I felt called to make this kind of talk with you guys. Just gotta let you go and let the new shit make its way in. I love all you guys to death. I care about all of you guys. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this. And, I might be a very huge fucking sci-fi nerd, always making the thrillers, always making the science fiction, always making the action, all that shit. But I also know how to tell a damn good story, and that's me being humble. Because these stories, they don't just come from anything. They come from experience. They come from subconscious narratives that I don't intend to actually tell about, but they just happen. And then later I realized after I'd already made it that they were actually inspired by something and I didn't even realize it. So yeah, I love storytelling. I love doing this shit. But when everything's done, I'm moving on to bigger and better platforms. Only reason I'm keeping this YouTube thing going is because I've been doing it for 11 years now. 11 years is still cracking. And it'll be probably either 12 or 13 years by the time I'm finished with it. So, yeah, this story will probably be going on for like a total of 12 to 13 years. And we're already in the 11th year of it happening because it's all been going on since I very first posted my first YouTube video on the Minecraft 2014 channel. So, yeah, that's enough of me blabbing on about that shit. Um, and save this channel. Don't delete. Oh no, I'm not deleting this shit. I've put way too much fucking work into this. Because in years later, you can look back and be like, "Damn, I've started from here." Absolutely, I am definitely. Oh god, if you only knew one of the lines from the first episode, holy shit. Um, I'm almost considering letting you see it early because you're involved in the project. You have a cameo. I'll think about it, and if I come to the conclusion, I'll let you know because I almost want you to fully see the episode. But I do believe in letting things from the past kind of linger so that you can actually go back and look at it and be like, wow, it started from here and now I'm here. I believe in that kind of shit. I'm good. I'll wait like all the others. All right. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Become part of the Diamond Army because you guys are going to be needed. You're going to be needed in the movie. And don't forget to keep the Diamond Power alive. Not gonna lie, I kind of miss saying that. But yeah, take care, guys. You're all very important. And don't let anyone fucking tell you otherwise because they're just assholes. See you guys.